Okay, I guess you guys already know what this is about. Um, we're trying to save our camp, and I guess I can just start with the story of why Camp Maple Leaf means so much to me. Um, when I found out that Camp Maple Leaf was being suspended, I cried for hours. I cried all day actually, and it was just on and off. I had to leave the room every time I was with my friends, and I just cried on the toilet. I know it's weird, but that was the most privacy I could get. Um, Camp Maple Leaf is a paradise to so many people, and sometimes people would call it their second home. But for me, I feel like it was my first home. I never actually felt accepted anywhere, and so many of my friends would consider me family, but I could never truly call them family because I was too scared. When I first came into foster care, I didn't know what was going on. I thought my parents gave me away. I thought they got sick of me. And then I came into a foster home that I loved so much, and then I went to another foster home because my first foster home was too packed. And then the second foster home wasn't suitable. And then I finally came to a home that I felt a part of. And I truly did consider them family. I love I love my foster mother, and I still call her and I still keep up with her, but I could never truly consider her family because it's hard. It's a hard word. It's a word that I can't throw around like that. And that was my problem. I have that attachment issue where I don't I don't feel a part of something, and I feel like many of the children we accept at camp have that same problem. I I would try to make a family of my friends, but then people would come and go, and it was never consistent. And then finally my foster mom enrolled me into Camp Maple Leaf in particular, and I have never felt more a part of something in my life. It was the number one reason why being in foster care was bearable. Being away from my biological family was bearable. It was the only reason why I don't cry myself to sleep at night anymore. I I love everything that's happened to me, and I don't regret anything. I don't regret being in foster care because if I didn't come into foster care, I wouldn't have met the amazing people I met at Camp Maple Leaf. I wouldn't have changed the lives of kids that have been through hell and back. I am so happy with everything that's happened to me, and I'm so happy that I got to be on this island for 6 years. I went there as a camper, and I went there as a leader in training. I went there as a counselor in training, and I finally got to be a counselor with one of my best, like many of my best friends actually. I've met my best friends in my CIT year, and I love them so much, and it's probably the best thing that's ever happened to me. But finding out that it's being suspended due to low funds, something that is so insignificant, it broke my heart. It tore my world apart. I all I'm asking is for recognition, and just getting the word out about how amazing this place is, because it has changed my life drastically, and I am positive it's changed many campers' lives. I've had so many campers cry in my arms about how they don't want to go home because they don't want so and so to happen, or they cry in my arms and they tell me their life story, and I want to cry but I can't because I don't want them to think anything's wrong. But there is something wrong. They have to leave.
Threat has been detected.
They have to leave this paradise of an island. They have to leave the home that I consider my first home. And I have to listen to all these stories about why they don't want to leave, and the lives they've lived, and how strong these campers are. But not only do we allow underprivileged campers to come in, we also allow military campers to come in, which is just a different ballpark for me. I have no idea how that feels, but having your parents deployed, or having not being able to see your dad or mom for months. I don't know how that, well, I do know how that feels, but in a different sense. I can visit my parents. These kids can't. And coming here is like a home away from home for them. They learn so many different things. They learn how to fish. They learn how to make a fire. It's probably the most raw camp experience I've ever been a part of. Whereas many other camps are indoor air conditioning or paintballing. I just don't feel like that's what camp is. They learn how to be happy with their environment, appreciate nature, and it's a beautiful thing that it does to people. And people come there for 7 years, they come here for 20 years, they come here for a year, and it has changed their life in some way, in a positive way, I can assure. All I'm asking is for this word to be spread. Hopefully someone of a lot of media power could see it. Maybe Ellen in particular. We really need the help. It's it's probably the most humble camp that deserves all it can get. All we asked for are donations, but we couldn't get enough this year, and it sucks. But we're not going to take profit because we don't want to charge kids to change their life. And I wouldn't want to charge a kid to change his life or her life, and I want to continue working here, and I don't care if the pay is not a ridiculous amount. I do it for the love of the kids, and I'm positive many of the other camp counselors do it for the love of the kids. Hopefully this makes a difference, and hopefully you realize how much this means to me and many other people. Thank you.